Hello everyone, and there's only a couple of hours left before Clash in Paris. So here are my final predictions after getting one more match last night. Now this card has been pretty controversial, but I actually think it's pretty good, apart from one exception. There's no AJ Styles versus Dominic, but the rest of the card actually looks good. So let's talk about it. But before we do, if you want daily entertainment right here on this channel, make sure to subscribe, like, and all that stuff. And also make sure to leave your predictions down below. Starting off the predictions, we have Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed for the ownership of the Shula Fala. Who's gonna win, the Tribal Thief or the Tribal Chief? And honestly, I love this. I absolutely love this whole story here where Bronson is just messing with Roman Reigns, I guess. But Roman Reigns actually cooked him in the last promo, so this story is really entertaining, really good. And honestly, I hope it continues beyond this one match. Of course, Roman Reigns versus the Vision will continue for about a year, maybe two. Probably the next WrestleMania match for Roman Reigns is gonna be him versus Seth Rollins, but I want this Tribal Thief thing to continue, and for it to do, Bronson Reed has to win this. If he loses, this whole character that he finally got in the Vision is gonna fall apart. Up to this point in the Vision, Bronson was kind of the, nobody of the Vision. He was just a big body to take pins and do tsunamis, and that's it. Now he actually has something to do, and it's really fun, it's really interesting. He even got his own merch, and it's just like, I hope he wins this. Of course, not clean. If he wins clean versus Roman Reigns, I'm gonna throw myself off a building, but it's like, that would be a fun. Not throwing myself off a building. Bronson Reed winning against Roman Reigns would be fun. But I just don't see a good way to make it happen without any interference. So of course the Vision is gonna interfere. That's gonna happen. Whoever wins the Vision just is gonna interfere, and I hope Bronson wins, but the chances for that are really, really, really small. Next up, we have the Wyatt 6 versus the Street Profits, and this is gonna be an amazing match. I can already tell you. Dexter Lumis, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Joe Gacy, all of them are great in-ring workers, and I just know this match is gonna be amazing. I'm just hoping for a storyline here, which they have been kind of building up here, and I just hope that it continues. I actually wouldn't mind if the Wyatt 6 win, which is my prediction, and the Street Profits actually start to fight amongst each other. They start finding out if they're real brothers or not. Because this SmackDown Tag Team division is filled to the brim with great talent, and I think taking away one tag team wouldn't hurt it too much. If that tag team could have a great feud and later on singles careers. I talked yesterday in my SmackDown review about how I wish Montez Ford would get a singles push, and I think this might be a way to do it. And I kind of actually think the WWE executives, the creative, is aiming for that. Because this whole Bo Dallas thing, if you remember SmackDown's promo, it was just I know you guys think you're brothers and all, but are you real brothers? And that might be something we find out about here. And I don't know, I think a feud between Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins would go amazing. And I do actually think that it's a little bit too soon to take away the titles from the Wyatt 6, because they've just started building up stories with the Bo Dallas interferences into segments and all that. So yeah, my prediction is the Wyatt 6 win, but you never know with the tag team division, it just kind of sometimes doesn't make sense. But the match is gonna be amazing. Next up, we have Sheamus versus Rusev in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match, and look, another match that's gonna be amazing. I actually think all the matches on this card are gonna be brilliant, because just look at the card. So far, 3 matches, all 3 of them are for sure gonna be amazing. And this one, maybe it's gonna be my favorite of all, because who doesn't love big man slapping big meat? and these guys are just doing that, but now in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match, which is just a no DQ match with a bunch of barrels, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And it's like, this match is just gonna cook so hard. Honestly, it's just gonna cook so hard. And these two are great together in the ring and physical, and it's just gonna be so good. Now, when it comes down to who's gonna win this, I actually think Rusev has to win this. And it's just, he needs it. He really needs it, because he needs people to take him seriously. And being Sheamus in a physical match would be one of the best ways to do so. And I just hope they give them enough time to actually finish this story in here, like at least 15 minutes, I don't know. Because for some reason, I have this feeling that this match is gonna be like one of those 6-minute matches and that's it. And I would hate for this feud to finish like that, because I've actually loved it so far. I absolutely loved it, between all the backstage segments of them fighting each other, the in-ring fights, everything so far has been really good, and I just hope it continues that way. Next up, we have Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. Probably the match I'm least excited about here, and that's not because I dislike any one of them or dislike their characters. I think it's just been kind of a boring build-up. And I mean, one of them did swear, I think Nikki sweared, called her B-word in that promo, and that's about it. So it's like, sure, but I mean, the build has been pretty bad, and I mean, Becky's gonna retain, that's my prediction. Becky retains, the IC Championship stays in her hands, and then we get a feud with Bayley when she comes back. But now that I think about it, Bayley might not come back as a face. She probably won't, but still, I think that feud would make sense. So yeah, anyways, Becky retains, and that's about as far as I'll go into this. Nikki also, I think, is gonna put on a great showing in her first real match here, but I just don't think there's any chance she wins this. Next up, we have the World Heavyweight Championship bout between Seth Rollins, CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso. And first of all, this match is probably gonna be one of the best matches of the year. I just kind of feel it in my heart right here. You have Seth Rollins and CM Punk, who always put like a top 10 match of the year. And then you also have LA Knight. And I mean, Jey Uso, he might have stamina problems, but I mean, this is a fatal 4-way, which is just gonna be easier for him because he doesn't have to be in the action all the time. So I just think this match is gonna be absolutely amazing. Of course, Seth Rollins retains. He just won it, and I think this is gonna be a brilliant match, but kind of pointless in the end, except for if we get a CM Punk versus LA Knight feud later on from this, which seems like a possibility considering their latest segments they've been on together. But yeah, I don't know why this match is even on the card. I guess for the hype and all, but it's like, Seth is clearly winning. Maybe, and what I'm hoping is gonna happen, we get a new member of the Vision, possibly someone like Tony D'Angelo, or many people want Austin Theory, but I think Austin Theory needs to go on a face run right now, whereas Tony D'Angelo would be, it's perfect timing, he would be amazing for this faction. He just got killed off in NXT, and it's just gonna be, it would be amazing. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. It would be brilliant. Next up, we have John Cena versus Logan Paul, and the build for this match was amazing. The promos these two had with each other were brilliant, and this really feels like good old John Cena. Like, after his heel run, this is finally like a good return to form, especially after last Friday night SmackDown. This looks brilliant, and I mean, in ring, it's also gonna be really good. You have Logan Paul, who's wrestling John Cena. You know Logan is gonna pull off some ish, and John is gonna be just like playing with the crowd, and it's a Paris crowd. So that would be so great. And yeah, And now when it comes to who's gonna win this, it's really tough. It's really, really tough because on one hand, it's John Cena versus Logan Paul. But it's John Cena. Like, how hard it would be for Logan Paul to win against John Cena. On the other hand, if Logan Paul wins, that's gonna be some of the funniest stuff ever. Like, ever. Because, I mean, it's Logan Paul winning against John Cena. Logan Paul's gonna be talking about it for the next 3 to 4 years about how he's the one who actually tired John Cena and everything that happened after his match. Nobody really cares about it. So that's what I'm rooting for, honestly. I'm predicting Logan Paul wins. And probably with an interference from Brock Lesnar. Who, I mean, just imagine this. Because for me, it doesn't make much sense that Brock Lesnar comes in and just attacks John Cena and is like, says to Logan, yeah, you're a good one. That's not Brock Lesnar. He couldn't care less. He would come in and he would F5 everyone. So I think that's what's gonna happen. Like, ref takes a bump and then Brock Lesnar starts coming out. F5 Cena. And then looks at Logan Paul. Logan Paul's like, hey man, thank you. He comes in, gives Brock his hand, and then Brock just picks him up for the F5, F5s him as well, and just puts him onto John, just so John wants to fight Brock at WrestlePalooza, and that's how they set it up. I think that would be one of the best ways, and especially funny if Logan Paul goes on to brag about it. So yeah, leave your predictions down below, and peace.